Hey, Charlotte, I have some good and bad news for you. Which one do you want first?
Hi, Chuck. Let's get it over with. The bad news, I guess.
Okay, I know you're not gonna like what I'm having to say, but I'm not gonna be able to make it to the hospital while you deliver our baby.
What? Why? Chuck, you know how this is important to me. We've talked about this before already, and you promised me that you'd be by my side.
I know, honey. I am so sorry.
Did something come up?
Well, Mom is visiting town and she said she'd swing by.
Oh, great. Sarah. This can't be any good.
What? What's wrong?
Whatever. Why doesn't she visit us some other day? This is an important day for both of us. We're not going to have time for tea and scones.
Yes, but...
No buts. I'm not allowing this. You're supposed to be there when I give birth to our child. You're my husband. Anyways, what's the good news?
Well, I was just getting to that. The good news is... drumroll...
Oh my God, hurry up. It better be something good.
Mom is living with us.
What? You mean Sarah's moving in?
Yup, isn't that great? Oh, I'm so excited. You, the baby, Mom, and I will all be living under the same roof. We are going to become a happy family.
That's the good news you were trying to tell me. Why is this my first time hearing about this? This is such short notice considering how big of a deal this is. You never said a single thing about living together with your mom.
Well, I'm telling you now, aren't I? Plus, I didn't know until she called me last night either. But after listening to her, I thought it'd be nice for all of us to live together from now on.
I can't believe you or Sarah didn't think about including me in the conversation. Don't I have a say in this? The house is also mine too.
It's my mom, Charlotte. Why do I need permission from you? You're my wife, so you shouldn't have any problem with living with my mom.
Yes, I am your wife, which is why this is something we should decide together. We're partners. We're a team. You should have told me about this right after you found out about it.
No. The wife is always supposed to listen to the husband. The decision will be made by me. End of story.
What are we, living in the 1950s? That's not how a healthy relationship works. We need equality in both parties. I need you to tell me ASAP when something comes up.
Nope, the husband is always dominant. It has always been like that, and it'll be like that for eternity. I don't care what you say. I can't even believe we're arguing over something so stupid. You're being difficult here. I'd appreciate it if you just listened to me. Plus, why aren't you happy? I wanted to surprise you with some good news.
You call this good news? You know how much your mother and I don't get along.
That's because you're too shy. You need to get to know her.
Right. Your mother hates me. Do you remember the first time I met her? She made negative comments about everything. About my job, about my family, even about the clothes I was wearing. I've tried multiple times to get to know her better and invited her to have coffee, but she'd ignore me every single time.
You guys just got off on the wrong note, and I guess Mom can be shy in her own way. She'll come around though, I promise.
I don't understand why she wants to come live with us all of a sudden.
Well, she's getting old. Lady's turning 60 this year. She's been complaining about muscle pain lately. Since my dad has already passed, there's no one that could look out for her. I'm worried about her living in that old house all by herself. I think it's better if she comes and lives with us.
She's 59. Even her 60s are coming up soon. That's still pretty young. Honestly, I think she can move around more than I could right now. I have a growing human inside of me. I think it's too early for her to come live with us. She's not even reached retirement yet.
Why do you have to be so cold? You're talking about my mother. Imagine being in her shoes. I bet she's all lonely. She needs family. She acts all tough around me, but I know she's actually hurting inside. I bet she doesn't want me to worry about her. Mom is such a kind soul.
A kind soul. What? Right, Sarah's such an angel because she keeps sending me expired makeup products on purpose? I totally believe that.
Oh, come on, it's not on purpose. She probably can't read the label since it's written so small. It's not her fault that they write in tiny fonts.
I don't even wear that much makeup and she knows that. She knows what she's doing.
Okay, Mrs. Detective. I think you're just being paranoid. Maybe you're watching too many reality TV shows lately.
No, Chuck, I'm not being paranoid or overreacting. I'm serious. I could go on forever about how she offended me. I told her many times that I'm allergic to gluten, but she keeps sending me these cookies that are made of regular flour. That one time she actually invited me over for lunch, she served me pasta on purpose knowing that I can't have any, so she gave me a small salad. It was humiliating and offensive. I saw her smirk at me while I took a bite of that sad salad.
Maybe she forgot. I'm telling you, she's getting old. That is why we need to be by her side.
No, Chuck, you're being clueless. There are other awful things she's done to me in front of you, but you don't even notice it. Why are you defending her? You're my husband. You're supposed to be on my side.
This isn't about being on whose side. I can't believe you're trying to make this into some type of high school drama. Grow up. Plus, why are you talking about the things that happened in the past? Just move on. I'm talking about our future right now.
I'm not trying to start drama or anything. I'm simply trying to understand what your mother's true intentions are here. She's suspicious, I'm telling you.
Okay, honey, you sound crazy. I think you're mentally exhausted from being pregnant. Is it the hormones? Just get some rest.
Excuse me? I can't believe you'd say something like that. You know how I felt about Sarah way before I got pregnant. You know what she told me before we got married? She said she'd never want to live with such an ugly daughter-in-law. She called me ugly.
That was 2 years ago. People change, Charlotte.
Not Sarah, though. When I told her about her pregnancy, she said she felt sorry for the baby having me as a mom. I can't imagine living with someone filled with so much hatred and negativity. She can't even accept me as her family after we've been married for 2 years.
So you're not going to say yes to her living with us?
That's what I've been saying. I don't want to live with her. I don't trust her.
Well, you don't have a choice. Too bad.
Chuck, don't be like this. Please. I really don't want her to come live with us. She makes me feel uncomfortable.
Are you stupid? I told you, you don't have any say in this. I don't care about what you have to say. It is my decision, and I've told her that she can come live with us. You know, it's for your own good, too.
What? How so?
Mom can help us take care of our child. I know how much you want to pursue your career. You can get back to work once your maternity leave is over.
I highly doubt that Sarah would take good care of her child after all the terrible things she said to me. I don't feel comfortable having her take care of my baby.
Oh, don't worry about it. She knows how to raise children. She's experienced.
Like I said, I don't trust her.
Who knows if things could change once we start living together? We might all become one happy family living under the same roof. I'm sure she will come around.
There's absolutely no way.
Oh, Charlotte, stop complaining. I've already told you that the decision has been made, and nothing is going to change that. Get over it. You better grow up and behave yourself. Don't embarrass me in front of Mom, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey, Charlotte. You should be happy to hear that all the moving work has been done.
Moving work? What are you talking about?
What, you've forgotten already? I'm talking about my mom. I told you last week that she's moving in. Her things have arrived at our house and we've set up her room. You don't mind making the guest room hers, do you? Not that I care about your opinion.
Chuck, I never agreed to any of this. I can't believe you guys would do this behind my back.
I wasn't even asking for your permission since I don't need it. I've already given you a heads up last week. You should at least be grateful that I've even informed you about it.
This is unbelievable. You didn't even consider my feelings after we had that conversation last week.
I told you, I'm the one to make the final decision. You knew this was gonna happen.
What about her house, though?
She sold it. She has no plans of going back to her old house.
She sold a house already? How is that even possible?
Well, the house is old, but it's near the city, so it has quite some value. A young couple bought it as soon as it hit the listing. We were super lucky. The fact that she sold her house where she has lived for almost 40 years shows how serious she is about moving in with us. You know how much she loved that house, especially when it has all the memories she spent with Dad.
That's a big decision to make, though, and she just decided to sell it in the last week?
You're in no position to judge what she does with her house. It is her property, not yours.
Fine, I'm not just talking about the house, though. It's about her moving into our home. The house is my property, so I should have a say in this.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm the one to make the decision because I'm the man of the house. I don't care about what you say. Don't make things complicated. Plus, we've set up her room already. It's too late to change things. This is Mom's home now, too. You need to welcome her. Show her some respect.
Whatever you say, I won't accept it. You need to tell her that this is not okay. The guest room was going to be our nursery, remember? We talked about this?
Well, the plan has changed. We can use your office room as a nursery. It's not a big deal.
No way! I need that space to focus on my work. That's why we were going to use the other extra room as the nursery.
It's too late, Charlotte. Stop complaining. I should also inform you that we've changed up the furniture to new ones. Mom was shocked at how boring the house looked, so she replaced the curtains and bed sheets.
What? She had no right to do that. What did you do to her old furniture?
I donated them. They were old anyways. Why do you care so much?
Some of the furniture were gifts I received from close relatives. You could have asked me instead of giving them away.
It's too late, alright? Please, just accept it already. You know how much my mom loves interior design and decor. I honestly think that the house looks nicer after she moved in.
I can't believe you're taking her side on this too. You guys are acting too selfish right now.
Now, don't be so dramatic. You're sounding like a rebellious teenager. Is it the hormones?
Do not mock pregnancy. It's not funny.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, I won't be able to be at your side while you deliver the baby.
Why? She's moved in already. What else is there to do?
I have to show her around. She's new to the area. I can't just let her stay home all by herself. She needs to feel welcomed in our neighborhood.
Chuck, she's visited her house multiple times before. I'm sure she knows the neighborhood pretty well.
Visiting and moving permanently is completely different. I need to be a good son and give her a tour around the area.
What you need to do is prioritize your wife over your mom. I need you to be by my side while I give birth. I want you to support me.
Why do you need me? I'm not the one giving birth, you are. It's not like I can help you out.
You don't know how much it'll help me emotionally. Chuck, you're my husband. Please don't leave me alone while I give birth to our child.
If I go, I'd just be standing and doing nothing else. I'd rather do something more productive and help Mom get used to the area. You'll have all the doctors by your side. Just leave it to the professionals. They'd probably be able to focus more if I'm not there.
Why are you being like this? Why can't you be supportive of me? You know, this isn't just about being there for me, but it's also for our child. You're gonna be a father soon.
Who knows if that child even is mine?
Excuse me?
Where's the proof that that baby inside you is mine? It could be someone else's.
Are you accusing me of cheating on you? Chuck, I've never been with anyone else other than you. I can't believe you're saying all of this right before I give birth. You're crossing the line here. Take back what you said.
Well, Mom says otherwise.
Sarah, what did she say?
One time she told me she saw you together with another man having coffee. I think it was a couple of months ago.
What? You mean Eric? I was meeting with him since we were trying to come up with an idea for his sister's baby shower. You've met him before, remember? I even told you beforehand that I was going to see him. Also, do I have to remind you that he is gay?
Yeah, I know, but it could have all been cover-up. You know how I have trust issues when it comes to women. I've been cheated on before.
No offense, but you having trust issues is your problem. I would never cheat on you. I'm not that low. I can't believe you're acting like this.
Mom said if the baby doesn't look like me, she'll kick you out of the house.
Okay, first of all, the baby is definitely yours, and second of all, the house is my property, so she can't kick me out.
Even if the baby was mine, she said there is no way it'll be cute when the mother is you.
And you didn't say anything back to her?
Why would I? She is speaking facts. I couldn't agree more with her. Honestly, I think I'm starting to see the truth now that she's telling me how she feels.
I can't believe you take her side. You're my husband, Chuck. We are a team. You're supposed to take my side. How are you okay with your mom making negative comments like that about your wife? You know what? I don't care anymore. I don't feel like arguing with a man who loves his mommy more than his wife.
Excuse me? How dare you talk to me like that? I can file for divorce anytime, you know? You should think about how you speak to me.
Divorce? You're kidding. Where is this coming from? We're about to have a child. We can't get a divorce.
Exactly. You wouldn't like that, would you? How would you support yourself and your child being a single mom? You don't have the guts to do that. After all, I was the one supporting you all along.
That's not true. I was working too. It's not like you were paying the majority of our living expenses. I have no clue what you're talking about. I think I can figure out what to do with myself. I love my job to the point I can work harder to get a promotion.
Ugh, whatever. Anyways, if you talk back to me, I'll divorce you.
Fine. I got it. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, have fun at the clinic. Mom and I will enjoy our time together while you pop out a baby. Good luck. And take your time at the hospital while you recover. Don't worry about us. 'Cause we might splurge on some delicious steak and fancy wine. Maybe go spend some time at the country club with the money Mom got from selling her house. See you later. Hey, Charlotte, when are you coming home? Not yet, maybe never. What? I told you to take your time, but it's been over a month already since the baby was born. Why don't you make a visit to the hospital? You don't even know the name of the place, do you? What kind of a husband wouldn't visit their wife after giving birth? What? Are you still mad about that? The baby was born, right? Isn't that all that matters? The hospital called you multiple times when your wife was going into labor, and you never responded, even after they told you the baby was born. Oh, I was too busy enjoying my time at the country club with my mom. I told you beforehand. Did you forget? Did your pregnancy screw up your memory? You were spending time with your mother, huh? While your wife was having a hard time? What are you still complaining about? Just because you don't like the idea of my mom moving in, it doesn't give you permission to act like a brat. A brat? You're talking about me? That's right. Mom says she doesn't want an ugly brat as her daughter-in-law anymore. Mom this, mom that. Why are you so obsessed what your mom has to say? Are you in love with her? Excuse me? Who do you think you're talking to? What did I tell you about talking back to me? You know what? Once you come home from the hospital, you're gonna rub my mom's back. She is tired from our little vacation. She has done so much while you're away. She kept the house clean. In fact, she made it look even better by replacing the furniture. And she cooked delicious food for me. She took great care of me, and she even paid back all of the debt I had with the money she got from selling her house. You had debt? Oh, don't even start with me. You wouldn't understand the things I've been dealing with. It's not a big deal, okay? Anyways, how's the baby? Does it look like me? Yes, it looks just like you, unfortunately. Why would you call it unfortunate? At least we know it's our baby and you didn't cheat. Plus, it's good that the baby looks like me instead of you, so it wouldn't grow up to be so ugly. Excuse me? You talk to your wife like that? What? This is how I normally speak to you. You don't get to talk back to me like that. How dare you question me? You should be grateful that I married you. If it weren't for me, no man would ever want to be with such an ugly woman like you. I see. Anyways, when are you coming home? The house is starting to get a little messy here. We need you to cut our lawn too, as soon as you come home. It is becoming a jungle here. Isn't your mom taking care of the housework? You can't keep treating your wife like a maid. You're telling me to have my mom do the chores? How dare you? That is your job to do as my wife. You're supposed to listen to what I tell you. Who's gonna take care of the baby though? That's your job as well. As the wife, you clean the house and cook for me. Now that you're a mother, you gotta take care of your child too. You can cry all you want, but I'm not dealing with any of your whining and complaining. If you don't like my rules, I can sign the divorce papers anytime. Don't forget about that. Just come home already so that you can help us with the house. I see. I've heard enough of it. Excuse me? Are you saying that you're gonna divorce me? This whole time, you've been talking to Charlotte's father. What? Is this Andrew? Yes, it is. And Charlotte is never coming back to your house. Oh my god. Andrew, why do you have Charlotte's phone? What is going on here? Where's Charlotte? She said she wants nothing to do with you anymore. Just by listening to the way that you speak to my daughter, I agree with her. I can't believe you're treating her like a slave. Charlotte told me everything about the way you and your mother have been treating her. Both of you are such terrible people. There is absolutely no way that I'll ever allow my daughter or my grandchild to see you guys. They don't need anyone negative and evil like you guys in their lives. You basically abused her verbally all these years. That's domestic violence. Domestic violence? Oh, please, sir, you are overreacting. This is how Charlotte and I normally talk, and she's totally fine with it. Then why would she tell me that she'd never want to speak to you ever again? Do you know how shocked she was when you never showed up when she gave birth? You never even cared to visit or call us in the few months after the baby was born. That just made me realize that you'd never be a good father to your child. I just wanted Charlotte to understand her place as my wife. I was giving her a lesson. She wouldn't cooperate how I wanted her to. And I am sorry that I didn't visit her at the hospital. I was busy taking care of my mom. You know how important my family is to me, right? Well, your actions speak otherwise. I think you only care about your mother. If you really cared about your family, you'd prioritize your wife first. You haven't even asked what the gender is of your child, for heaven's sake. Even if you did ask, I wouldn't share any information about my grandchild, though. You don't deserve to be Charlotte's husband or her child's father. What is Charlotte saying, though? Oh, please, just let me talk to her. Is she divorcing me? What do you expect? Do I really need to tell you after the conversation we're having right now? She is done with you. She can't divorce me. She needs me. There is no way she could support herself and the child all alone. How dare you allow our child to grow up without a father? I think it's better for the child to not have a father than to have someone full of hatred like you. You don't care about your child. I do. Please tell me the gender. Is it a boy or a girl? I told you that I'm not giving you any information about the baby. You don't deserve to know anything about it. You could have at least asked when the baby was born, but you didn't do anything all this month. Well, Charlotte could have told me herself about the baby's gender. She could have given me an update. This isn't my fault. What about the name, though? Did she name the baby already? Yes, of course, but I am not telling you what the name is. You didn't even care to ask the name either. This isn't fair. I'm the father. I deserve to know about my child. You know I have rights. You can't do this to me. Oh, stop acting like you care. Charlotte told me that you didn't put any effort into naming the baby. You'll never be a decent father if you can't even treat my daughter well. I can't believe I ever let you marry Charlotte in the first place. You don't know how to treat others with respect. I don't want my grandchild to get a bad influence from someone like you. Like you're so perfect yourself. As man to man, you know what it's like. Once the wife gets pregnant, the baby is all she can ever think about. Men and women are built differently. I don't know what's on Charlotte's mind 99% of the time. You understand that, right? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. I was so happy when my wife got pregnant with Charlotte. Our relationship grew even stronger during her pregnancy. I couldn't wait to see my daughter. We came up with a name together and waited every single day and saw her grow until she was born. I was by my wife during the delivery. When Charlotte was born, I cried in happiness. I don't understand anyone who wouldn't be joyful to see their own child born. Well, not everyone reacts the same. You have to understand that. You and I are different. Now stop making excuses. I should have known you never cared about my daughter in the first place. I mean, look at you guys. You don't show any affection to Charlotte because you're too busy spending time with your mother. You don't care about my daughter at all. You know, when I first met you, I really thought that you would make my daughter the happiest girl in the world. Turns out, I was wrong. I should have known your true colors. You treated my daughter terribly, and I will never forgive you for that. You say that, and I see how important Charlotte is to you, but she's my wife. She's a grown, independent woman now. She's not your little girl anymore. This is our issue to solve, not yours. With all due respect, you need to back off, sir. Please, just let me talk to Charlotte. Where is she? She needs to come home to her husband. Ah, that is funny coming from you, who loves your mommy so much. Excuse me? You prioritized your mother over your own wife. When Charlotte was risking her life giving birth, you were spending time with your mother at the country club. You're the one who needs to become independent. My mother's just as important as Charlotte is to me. Mom and I have a stronger connection because we share the same blood. We have a longer history too. I can tell that you care a lot about your mother, but let me give you one piece of advice as a man to a man. When you get married, you better prioritize your wife over anything else if you want to form a healthy, happy relationship. You need to treat your wife like a queen. Fine, whatever. I still want Charlotte back though. When will she be coming back? It seems like you don't understand what I'm trying to say. Let me put this frankly. Charlotte wants to divorce you. She's already signed the papers and the documents should arrive at your door today for you to sign them. She will no longer be your wife. You won't hear anything from her ever again. Her lawyer will be contacting you shortly. You can't be serious. I'm not kidding. You know how serious I am. I never joke around. The house you're living in right now will no longer be yours anymore. What are you talking about? This house is mine. Don't say you're claiming compensation. I didn't do anything wrong here. I didn't cheat on Charlotte. You can't do anything to me. Do I have to explain it to you? I bought the house for you two as a wedding gift. The property is under my name. It is not yours. I have every right to kick you and your mother out. How dare you forgotten about it? Pfft, even if you bought it, it was a gift for us. It is not your property anymore. It is mine. Whatever you say, you can check the documents. The property is still under my name. I can do whatever I want with the house. I thought the house property was under my name since you gave it to me. No, it isn't. It is under my name. You would know it if you paid more attention. Charlotte is still my wife. You can't do this to us. Why would you try and ruin our relationship? You're not helping at all. Well, I'm not trying to help you guys out in any way. You've ruined your relationship with Charlotte to the point it can never be fixed. I'm just trying to get my daughter back. By the way, I'm not claiming any compensation from you, but you're still gonna pay for child support for your child. What? I know you accused Charlotte of cheating on you, and that baby might not be yours. How can you say such a terrible thing to my daughter? Charlotte is the most loyal woman you'll ever get to meet. I am telling you, you really didn't deserve her. Fine, I made a mistake. I was just being paranoid, I guess. I've had girls cheat on me before, okay? I'm sorry. We can do a DNA test if you really need proof. The child is 100% yours, and you have every responsibility to take care of it. You better start working and earn those cash. I know about your debt from spending money on casinos. Wait, how do you know about that? Well, I knew you must have some type of dirt, so I hired a detective to look into you. Luckily, it wasn't too hard to find something. What? You hired a detective? Oh, I can't believe it. That is an invasion of privacy. I had to do something about it. Plus, it's not illegal. You encouraged your mother to sell the house so that you could pay back the debt you made. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be grateful for your mother that would still take care of you even if you're a grown adult. I, on the other hand, I regret ever letting you get near my daughter. I should have known better not to let her marry you. Please, I am so sorry for what I've done to Charlotte, but you can't kick us out of the house. We have nowhere else to go. We'd be homeless. You can keep Charlotte and the baby, but we need the house. Oh, son, shut your mouth before you say anything more stupid. I am running out of patience here. No, please hear me out. I didn't mean to upset you. I am sorry. Please, let me make it up to Charlotte. Let me talk to her. We can figure things out by having a conversation. I'm sure this is all just a miscommunication. I need Charlotte in my life. To be honest, my salary won't be enough to support myself. I need her to help me out financially. I can't lose the house either. What am I going to do without her and without a house? Where am I going to live? Oh, you keep making yourself look like a fool. What you're trying to say is that you need Charlotte to stay so that you won't have trouble living comfortably, right? You don't care about loving Charlotte and taking care of her. Marriage is about teamwork. You're just trying to use her. No, sir, you've got it all wrong. I didn't mean it in that way. I'm sorry. I'm just really stressed right now. Please, help. If we were talking in person, I'd be beating the living crap out of you right now. You're lucky we're just texting each other. Oh God, I am so sorry. You're a stranger to us. Don't ever contact Charlotte again. In fact, I'm going to block you. Goodbye, Chuck. Have a nice life.
My lawyer contacted Chuck about the divorce, but he kept refusing to sign the papers. After asking him multiple times to sign, he still refused, so we had no choice but to threaten to sue him. Fortunately, it worked and we got him to sign the documents. I was finally able to divorce Chuck and become free. With the help of our lawyers, we were able to kick Chuck and Sarah out of the house easily. We put the house on the market and were able to sell the house within 2 weeks. With the money we got from selling the house, we decided to put it into my savings for my child. Chuck is staying at his friend's apartment and Sarah is staying at an old relative's house. It seems like they're not living on the streets, but it will take a very long time for them to save up money until they can become fully independent. Even though my father blocked Chuck's number on my phone, he tried contacting me using Sarah's phone. I knew that he'd keep contacting me if he knows my number, so I changed it. The scary part is that he'd come over to my parents' house and try to talk to me. He kept on trying to get back together and even sent me love letters from time to time. It was becoming too stalkerish. Since he wouldn't stop trying to contact me, I filed a restraining order for the safety of not only myself, but for my family. It turns out that Chuck still had debt from the casino that he hadn't paid off, and on top of paying for childcare, he had no choice but to work 2 jobs full-time. He even had to sell his miniature car collections. I never understood his hobbies. Sarah's also helping out Chuck, no surprise, and is working part-time as a waitress at a local cafe. It's hilarious to see that they seem to have better teamwork than we did when I was married to Chuck. On the other hand, my parents are excited about my daughter. They take good care of her and have already formed a beautiful bond. I'll be returning to work soon, so they'll be helping me take care of my daughter for a while. Although I wasn't imagining how my life would turn out like this, I'm glad I was able to remove such toxic people from my life and realize important values. I'm looking forward to a journey of being a single mom and can't wait for the amazing adventure that awaits for my daughter and me. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.